Hello students, my name is Pragati Misra and today we are going to start a very new topic of linear differential equation, that is linear differential equation with variable coefficients, and this is also known as Cauchy linear equation. So firstly we will understand what is the form of such type of equation. This, by the name it is clear that this is a linear differential equation again, but its coefficients are variable here. That is, in our previous lectures the linear differential equation that we considered was present with the constant coefficients, but this time the linear differential equation that we take will be with variable coefficients. So firstly I want to tell you what is the form of such type of differential equation. So the general form of such type of equation is a0 x raised to power n dny by dxn plus a1 xn minus 1 dn minus y by dxn minus 1 plus and so on plus an of y is equal to q. In our previous videos we have seen that there was only constant, that is a0, a1 and so on an, but no variable was present there. But in such type of differential equation with the constant there must be a variable. So this is the way to understand that that our linear differential equation which is given to us is present with variable coefficients or constant coefficients. So firstly you have to understand this, then you can differentiate the method between them. Okay, so if this equation can also be written as, since we know that d dx can be replaced by d, so we can also write the same equation in this form: a0 x raised to power n dn plus a1 xn minus 1 dn minus 1 plus and so on an y is taken out is equal to q. So this equation, the same equation can also be written in this form. So whatever form is given in your equation, you can understand that what is the type of differential equation. Now I am going to tell you that how to solve such type of differential equation. In order to solve such type of differential equation, firstly we have to introduce one new independent variable. Here independent variable is x, since y is dependent and x is independent. So firstly we have to introduce a new independent variable. So our first step is introducing one new independent variable z. I am taking it as z, such that x is equal to e raised to power z. I am introducing one new independent variable to reduce this equation into the linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Then we can solve by previous method. Firstly we have to reduce this equation into the linear differential equation with constant coefficients. In order to reduce it, firstly we have to introduce one new independent variable, and that I am taking it as z. So firstly we assume x is equal to e raised to power z. Now if we want to calculate the value of z, then that is equal to log x. Now differentiate it with respect to x, then we get 1 by x. Here I will take d dx as d and d dz. This is our new derivative. I will take it as d1, which is different from d because independent variable is different. So now if I calculate the value of dy by dx, since in our given differential equation dy by dx is present, so we have to remove this independent variable by new independent variable, that is z. So firstly we calculate the value of dy by dx. Then how can we write this? We can write it as, and we know the value of dz by dx, which is 1 by x. So 1 by x dy by dz is equal to dy by dx. If we place it here, then it becomes x into dy by dx is equal to dy by dz. Now you can see we got the new derivative whose independent variable is z. That is the variation of dependent variable with respect to the new independent variable z, and that is equal to x into dy by dx. Now we will take our second derivative, or we can write it as also that x into d can be replaced by d1. So this was our first derivative. Now I am going to write the solution for the second derivative. If we write d2y by dx2, then that is equal to ddx of dy by dx. And at the place of dy by dx, we can put 1 by x dy by dz from here. Then if we place ddx of 1 by x dy by dz and apply here product of two functions, then what we get? Firstly, we have to write 1 by x as it is and apply ddx over dy by dz. Then we take the derivative of 1 by x, which gives us minus 1 by x square, and then ddx of dy by dz. Again, in our next step, we can write it as dz applied over dy by dz, and if we are writing here dz, then we have to write here dz by dx minus 1 by x square dy by dz. 1 by x, if we apply ddz over dy by dz, then we can see that independent variable is same here. So after applying it over this function, it becomes d2y by dz square into dz by dx minus 1 by x square dy by dz. If we put the value of dz by dx, then our dz by dx was 1 by x. So we can put here, so it becomes 1 by x square d2y by dz2 minus 1 by x square into dy by dz. And in our LHS, there was d2y by dx2. So we can replace this x square at this side, so it becomes x square d2y by dx2 is equal to d2y by dz square minus dy by dz. And if we write in the simplified form, then it becomes x square d square is equal to d1 square minus d1, or we can write it as d1 into d1 minus 1. So you see that x square, when x square d square was present, then we got the value of this as d1 into d1 minus 1. If there is x cube d cube, then we got the value of d1 as d1 into d1 minus 1 into d1 minus 2, and so on. Similarly we do for x and dn also. Okay, so I am going to write it. Similarly we do for x cube d cube also. Then we get d1 into d1 minus 1 into d1 minus 2. If we write the same term for x and dn, then we get d1 minus 1, d1 minus 2, and so on, d1 minus n minus 1. So because of minus sign, it become minus n plus 1. Okay, so this was the method by which we can solve, by which we can reduce a linear differential with variable coefficients into the linear differential equation with constant coefficients. So now I am going to take one example to show how to apply this method on any equation. First, before taking any example, firstly I want to tell you that how to place this equation, how to place the given terms into the given equation. So firstly we have to put all these values, in one, that is our linear differential equation with variable coefficients. After putting it, we get that each x is removed because we are taking it into the linear differential with constant coefficients form. So our auxiliary equation reduced into the form f of d1. There was d, but this time we are introducing a new variable whose derivative is taken as d1, so it becomes f of d1 is equal to 0. So this is the auxiliary equation for our new differential equation. After solving it, we can get the value of CF. Solving it, we get CF, and then we calculate PI. And we know that the sum of CF and PI is what? That is our complete solution. So general solution is, or complete solution is, y is equal to CF plus PI. So in this way we can solve any differential equation with variable coefficients. So I hope you understand the process. Now I am going to take the example to show how to apply this method on any question. So this is our first example. Here you can see this is present with variable coefficients. You can see here the coefficients of d2y by dx2 is x square and the coefficients of dy by dx is x here. So in this way you can understand the given differential equation is present with variable coefficients. So firstly we have to reduce it into the linear differential equation with constant coefficients, and I told you about the method that firstly you have to replace x dy by dx, which is equal to x into d. If we remove y, x dy, we have to replace it by d1 of y, or if we remove y, then xd is replaced by d1. Similarly, x square d square is replaced by d1 into d1 minus 1. In this example we need only these two, so I am taking only these two. For higher order differential equation you can apply the next process as I told you. So now I am going to write, it becomes d1 into d1 minus 1 after putting this value over here, plus d1 minus 4 applied over y is equal to 0. In order to write the CF, we have to remove this y. So in order to write the auxiliary equation, we have to remove this y. So the auxiliary equation is d1 square minus d1 plus d1 minus 4 is equal to 0. Here d1 get cancelled by d1, it becomes d1 square minus 4 is equal to 0. If we solve it, we get d1 minus 2 into d1 plus 2. So here we are getting two real and distinct roots. d1 is equal to 2 and minus 2. If we write the CF for this differential equation, so CF is equal to C1 e raised to power 2z plus C2 e raised to power minus 2z. Firstly, I want to tell you that we have taken x as e raised to power z at the start of our video. So if x is equal to e raised to power z, then e raised to power 2z is equal to x square. Similarly, e raised to power minus 2z is equal to 1 by x square. And if you are getting in any question that you are getting log z, if you are getting z in any question, then you have to replace z by log x. So we are not using this term here. We need only e raised to power 2z and e raised to power minus 2z here. So if we write the complete solution, because there is no q here, so we have to write only CF and that will be our complete solution. So y is C1, e raised to power 2z can be replaced by x square and e raised to power minus 2z can be replaced by 1 by x square. So this is the complete solution for our differential equation. I hope you understand this example. This method is also very easy to apply, and I am going to take our next example now. So this is our next example. Firstly, we have to write x is equal to e raised to power z, because we have to replace at the last of the question each e raised to power z by x, and then our z becomes log x, and each dy by dx, that is x into dy by dx, is replaced by dz by dx, and x square d2y by dx2 is replaced by d2z by dx2 minus dz by dx. And if we write it in simplest form, then xd is replaced by d1 and x square d square is replaced by d1 into d1 minus 1. So I am going to apply here. So it becomes d1 into d1 minus 1 minus 3d1 plus 4 to 2x square. X can be replaced by e raised to power z, so it is a square, so it becomes e raised to power 2z here. Now I am going to solve it for the next method. So it becomes d1 square minus d1 minus 3d1 becomes 4d1 plus 4 applied over y is equal to 2e raised to power 2z. So the auxiliary equation is d1 square minus 4d1 plus 4 is equal to 0. We can also write it as d1 minus 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 0. So here we are getting two equal and real roots, which are 2 and 2. So how we can write the CF of this differential equation? C1 plus C2z e raised to power 2z. This is our CF here. Because here, in our linear differential equation with constant coefficients case, we were taking x because x was independent variable, but here we have replaced each independent variable by z, so we have to take here z. So it becomes c1 plus c2z e raised to power 2z. In order to write the pi, we have to write here d1 square minus 4d1 plus 4, and our q was 2 e raised to power 2z. Since 2 was a constant, so I am taking it outside first. Now we have to replace each d1 by 2 and check whether this becomes 0 or not. If we put 0 here, then 2 here, so it becomes 4 minus 4 to the 8 plus 4. Here you can see this becomes 0. So we cannot apply this method. Then we have to multiply it by z. Here we will multiply by z because z is independent variable here. So we will multiply the numerator by z and take the derivative of denominator with respect to z. So it becomes 2d1 minus 4. Again, if we apply 2 here, then it becomes 0. So again we have to write. We have to multiply by z, then it becomes z square, and this becomes 2 e raised to power 2z. So 2 get cancelled by 2 here, and we are getting z square e raised to power 2z as our pi. Now the complete solution of this differential equation is the sum of CF and pi. So the general solution is y is equal to c1 plus c2z e raised to power 2z. This is our CF, and pi is z square e raised to power 2z. Since our linear differential equation with variable coefficients was given in the form where independent variable was x, so we have to replace each z by x. So after replacing, z becomes log x, as we have assumed earlier. So z becomes log x. E raised to power 2z becomes x square plus z square again becomes log x. Log x raised to power 2 e raised to power 2z becomes x square. So this is the solution of our next example, that is second example. So I hope you understand it, And if you have any problem related with this video, you can ask me in the comment section. And if you are liking my content, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.